No, nobody's here. It's just us. I'm talking about the YouTube viewers. They're watching me. It's making me forget things. your mama for most of yesterday. You had your first bottle last night. You drank 3. I'm pretty sure that's your twin. Because we could only see 2 new mamas and 3 new babies. So I gotta go out there later and look around again. See if there's a 3rd mama hiding. I think you're a twin. Think your twin wants you, Baba? I got enough for both of you. Okay, try again in a minute. kind of told the channel how Joe said he's going to sell the farm. And I wish I could say more about it. He doesn't really want me to, and I don't really want to either. But I wish I could at least tell people when. But it depends on a few things, so I don't even know. Just so people think I'm not making it up.
Right.
It wasn't supposed to be the focus of my memoirs.
Yeah.
After he sells the cows, the farm's gonna look like your farm.
Yeah.
Well, the way some things are going on in the farm right now. It kind of already does. It's just we have the cows still.
Yeah, Uncle Ed's going to sell our small beef herd out to only 3. I think we have 13 right now. He's going to sell 10 of them.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And then
You keeping any for breeding?
Just 3 for breeding and eating.
Oh.
Beef cows instead of dairy. We sold all our dairy cows in year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
That's when my grandparents retired the dairy farming. And then Uncle Ed kept it as a hobby farm. We got lots of babies out there. 13 babies. Each cow had a baby.
Yeah. I asked Joe, I said, what are you going to do when you're not dairy farmer, Joe? And he said, I'm going to be a professional commercial cannabis farmer, Joe, and have my little beef herd. I don't know about me, though. I really don't.
Sky's the limit. About once a week, there are hundreds of birds that just pack into these branches. And then every so often, there'll just be swarms of them going on the wind, doing different patterns in the sky. I'll just sit on my porch and watch it all. It's pretty cool. And I like how these look in winter. The pine trees all covered in snow. And we store equipment lined up around here. And brush hog different paths. And we got our 2 silos. One is in use. One is one that caught on fire and burned for 10 years. And every 3 months the fire department would come and check on the slow burn. Oh, see the birds starting to... Here they come. Just small groups are gonna fill up that tree. You hear them all in the tree right now. A bunch of groups just went over there.
There's Jimmy's house.
Jimmy's house. Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah. Wish Uncle Jimmy was home.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a nomad. You never know where he'll be. Built in 1902. And attached to it is the last recent milking parlor that was built, I believe, in the 70s, 80s, somewhere in there. And then before that, underneath the barn is where they did the milking, like from the very early 19th century till the new part was built. The beef cattle now get to enjoy all this area, and they got a new little back scratcher apparatus. And here's their water. Needs cleaned out. And the bees are thirsty. These are honeybees. We do have a honey bee hive on the property, and it's so dry that they're gonna find water where they can. And there's a lot of here. As long as there's no queens fighting each other, the bees are pretty docile. But when there's another queen trying to move in, you want to stay indoors, because they will chase you.
Oh, it's so much nicer in the shade. It's like 85 degrees out.
We would have all the cows in this pen waiting to be milked. And they'd go into the parlor, get milked, and then they'd all come out that door and go back in and frolic, whatever happy milk cows did. And underneath here, underneath the barn built in 1902, this is original, and then there's different parts that were for repairs, but the stone work is original. These are original beams. And it looks like the inside, you can see up in there through the cracks in the floor. It's pretty well cleaned out, but it had been filled with hay for decades. But I think they cleaned all the hay out.
And milked in here in like what decades?
Up until the 70s, 80s, and prior to that, probably since the barn had been built, 1902 until then. Again, we can go and see the abandoned milk parlor. Been abandoned since year 2000 when all the dairy cattle got sold off. This is where the milker would come out, and they have the gates here to prevent the cows from going through there. And they would come out here and gather the next round of cattle to go in these two doors. These are not original, these are recent. They'd go in these two doors and get milked, and then they'd come out that door and go frolic. Oh, it feels good in here. This was called the pit. You'd go down in here, and you'd have 4 cows on this side, 4 cows on that side. They'd have the milkers, 4 milkers, and you'd have your cattle. They'd eat. Those were little mangers that would hold grain for them. You'd have your cows all set up, milking. These were all, there was 4 spray hoses for each stanchion that you could clean the area. And yeah, but all the equipment is gone. And when it was all sold off, my grandfather wanted to make this a woodworking shop. And he did a lot of woodworking. And he made me this cedar chest. This is one of his projects. It's pretty nice. It's all lined with cedar, but I believe it's built with oak, but it's lined with cedar. So you can put like blankets, afghans, anything. And the cedar helps keep it from getting moth-eaten. Yeah. There's an office in the parlor. It was also where my Uncle Ed lived after he graduated high school. He had his bedroom here, and there's a little bathroom. Little terrible looking bathroom with a toilet and a shower head. And I have used it before. And it says on the toilet seat, "No paper down toilet, please." And they still have relics from the milking age in here, like Mr. Hibbs's wieners. We had a cow born, a male cow born, that happened to have 2 sets of genitalia. 2 wieners and 4 balls. And when he died, they just kept him as a pet. They kept his penises, or penii.
Penii?
His penii. Plural for penis. All dried out penii. We could probably get real high bidders. I'm thinking how rare it would be to have a penii, a dried out penii. $100,000. That'd be great. Get a new combine.
I have no idea how much those are really worth. Does anyone in the comments know? Or anyone watching this, let me know in the comments.
Just hanging from the ceiling. Like a wishbone. You know, souvenirs.
I didn't know. I thought you went outside.
You want to see the inside of the red barn? I don't think we can go in it because I don't know where it's safe to walk, but you can peek inside.
and it was full of hay, and there was the rope up there, and we would swing into the hay bales. Those were the good old days, man.
Oh yeah, we had so much fun. The only thing holding it up is these 4 dead trees at each side. And we still have that hay baler in it. And really old. Very original. From over there that leads out to the pastures, they got their hay and their water. They really like their hay. It's getting there. It's that's the old silo. I think they're going to take that down shortly because they don't want it to just get so bad that it falls and creates damage. It's the old milk house where they had the old milk tank before that one was built. There's doves always in there. Me and Ryan would put our heads in the holes and yell and watch the doves just go crazy, as long as they didn't shit on us while they were going crazy. Just pull your head out and it's covered in bird shit because you went and yelled in there for all the doves to get riled. And we had like little 5x5 pens with the little outside pens and the holes for them inside and outside periodically. These were the teenager calves, so-called teenager calves. And then we had small little stanchions for the babies, and they would have little boxes with a hole for their head to poke out and be bottle fed, or they'd put a bucket in the hole so when they got older they could start eating themselves. And yeah, and it's all cement, so it was easy clean up and put fresh stuff down. But just holding storage now. Grandma's little garden. Got the rotted boxes out of here, and Uncle-ette got her a little box to put her plants in. She's got a few plants right there. Cabbage, dill, beans, carrots, a little mix of everything in her little box.
That has all my money in it.
It's just like pocket change. That's all you have left?
Careful, careful.
Well, most of it.
Mountain. Maybe the bigger ones? Oh, yeah. Cheers.
And now it's on here, so that's good.
me. But you don't know where the light is, don't know where the shadow is. I wandered in the endless voids of the distance. I was looking for answers, but didn't know where the day was. Where does the road lead that goes into the distance? The heart beats in rhythm, not knowing who you are. Every step is a mystery, every breath is anxiety. But I move forward towards the light. I've met people with dreams on their palms, like birds that flew into the sky. But I was only looking for strength in my moments, to understand where the path leads. Where does the road lead that goes into the distance? The heart beats in rhythm, not knowing who you are. Every step is a mystery, every breath is anxiety. But I move forward towards the light. And let the world not know who I will become. Tomorrow, I believe that I will find the fire within myself. I will find my way back through the cold and fear, where life will find its love. Where does the road lead that goes into the distance? The heart beats in rhythm, not knowing who you are. Every step is a mystery, every breath is anxiety. But I move forward towards the light. Towards the light. Towards the light. Where does the road lead? I'll find the answer. Where does the road lead that goes into the distance? The heart beats in rhythm, not knowing who you are. Every step is a mystery, every breath is anxiety. But I move forward towards the light.